Roll that beautiful map footage. Alright. Alright. So I got way carried away in the last stream, and the thing that is kind of throwing me is that people are watching it, and it's like one of my worst videos. It's like, they don't watch it for very long, which it's understandable, but like, it seems like they're trying to watch it like it's a how-to video. And it's not. None of these build testing videos are how-to videos, they're testing videos. So I did end up writing a spreadsheet using Google Sheets for a build calculator, and it works really well. I mean, it's just basic math, but it gives me all the values that I want. Like, it's got like 3 calculators in one, and where the one is, you start from the twig section, like you you know, like if you had 4 floor frames or 4 foundations, you just put that in the twig section, and then it does all the math across wood, stone, metal, and high quality, and gives you the twig output. It also has an item calculator, like just for like door locks, key locks, garage doors, sheet metal doors, and the tool cabinet. And it also gives you the readout, like if you did a whole wooden house upgrade, it includes it gives you separate totals so you can look at the different totals. But it'll tell you, like, and that one is in itself separate. Like, I don't know why anybody would do a wood upgrade, but just for the sake of trying to be thorough, I did that. I'm debating on releasing the Google Drive link, which I tested that, and if I just release the Google Drive link and I tested it on another account, it lists the email for the Google Drive, but if you put a link to a file, because I downloaded it as an Excel file and then re-uploaded it as the Excel file, and doing it that way means that you don't actually see the email or see the naming stuff. And I mean, I don't even have my name on the Google account, but like, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna list it, but if people comment and they say that they want it, then I might do it. But I mean, most people are probably not going to use it. Like, the only person that's probably going to end up using it is me. But then there's the hybrid calculator, which it starts from whatever type of material you want to build whatever type of block from, and then it gets the total amount of twigs from that. So like, you could have a building that has a stone, like a stone 2x2, or a metal 2x2 with 2 sheet metal doors and 2 garage doors on a metal airlock, because I added honeycomb and you know, like triangle honeycombs and airlocks, and as like pre-made things. And the way that I did that was, however much the base value would be to do all of those base parts is just one value. It's just one value of like either twigs or one value of stone to upgrade it or one value. So I made a few like combo items. So like, you know, for a honeycomb stone 2x2, you would do like the 4 square foundations and the 4 ceiling pieces, but then you'd add like 7 triangle honeycombs and a honeycomb cap. Like you just put a 1 in there in that value, but I think it's pretty cool because I'm a big nerd, but it saves me from having to build something and then subtract the value that's left over from the value I started with. And I do recognize, and I did say this in the other video, I do recognize that the easiest way to accomplish all this is to just use like a build mod server, like a build mod, that where it does all that stuff for you. Like, I get that, but I still wanted the calculator anyway. So like, is that a bear? What's up, Mr. Bear? Dead. The point of this video is to not do that, any of that stuff, like, because I already did all that viability crap. Like, I mean, any building, whether it's honeycombed or not, I mean, especially if it's honeycombed, is not viable in the sense that it's not balanced. Like the 2 sheet metal doors on a honeycombed building or the 2 sheet metal doors on a metal building, it's just not very smart, because I mean that's 2 rockets and like 16 explosive bullets and the raid is over. Like, so the point of what I'm doing here is I want to build a 2x1 or a 2x2 to see just how much crap I can fit into it. And I mean, 1 mixing table is good, but they're kind of slow, and I kind of want to see if like I can fit at least 2 mixing tables. It's gonna be primarily storage. I'm gonna start with my basic 2x1, and then yeah. But so here we go. Oops. So hammer, instruction, the blueprint thing. What was a camera for? I didn't even know they added a camera. Birthday cake. Oh, I gotta eat this birthday cake. Oh, look at that. What's the 9 for? Was Russ 9 years old? What? I thought you ate it. Is it a rock? What the hell? The hell? Are you gonna damage me? Where'd it go? Okay, well anyway. Derpy, derpy, herb derp. Like the other thing that I wanted to do too was to do the just to see what the most viable airlock would be, and like honeycombing an airlock is, I realize it now, is it's kind It's kind of not smart because, like, I mean, the amount of rockets that they would have to spend to, like, decrease the amount of rockets they would have to do would be, like, I mean, if you're gonna spend the 3 rockets to think that you're skipping any amount of airlock, so long as the airlock is balanced, then they're spending more rockets than just going through the doors. You know, like they try to blast they think that they're skipping ahead or something, like. So, here looks good. That might cause a problem. Of course it does. And if you plan on building something with a honeycomb, you typically want to start with the triangle first on the highest part of wherever you're at. Because then you don't run into the problem I just ran into. Which is you can't put down the freaking honeycomb. So, if what I want to do is I want to have a metal interior and a stone exterior. So, look at my testing sheet that I did for walls. So if I just go off of the rockets, I mean, a stone wall is not 4 rockets, it's 3 rockets and 33 explosive bullets. So when you do your math as far as like trying to equal out your airlock doors to like how much you're spending as far as you know, your airlock doors versus how much your walls and your honeycomb are, I mean, like a metal wall is not 8 rockets, it's 7 rockets and 15 explosive bullets. But I mean, the chart that I've been going off of and the chart that like everybody seems to go to, I mean, you're wasting practically a whole rocket. They have a sheet metal door down for 2 rockets, and it's like, it's 1 rocket and 8 bullets. Like, why would you waste the extra rocket? So I guess I could, well, see, since I'm at the point where I'm at the airlock, the other part is, I don't know if an extended airlock outward would be any better, or an airlock that's part of the honeycomb would be any better. I think I'm gonna try that. Is like if I extend the airlock outward, but make it out of metal, so it would be a metal airlock with just an extra stone exterior. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I gotta give myself some metal here. So a metal wall, stone wall is 3 rockets, and a metal wall is 7 rockets. So that's 10 rockets to go through the walls of a honeycomb. So 7 rockets worth of crap equals how many doors? A garage door is 2 rockets, and 3 rockets is a waste because it's 2 rockets and 40 explosive bullets. So I need 5 garage doors. and then put a sheet metal door on the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Starting from the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be where my door goes. These should be door frames. And since this is going to be made out of metal, you figure they're going to spend, what, the 7 rockets to get through the metal, and then it's going to be another 2 rockets. It'd be another 4 rockets, so they'd end up spending 11 rockets, whereas if they just blew through the wall even at the shortest point, well, the shortest point would be here. If they blew through this wall, that would be 7, I mean, that would be 9. I mean, they'd save like a rocket, but in order for your airlock to be equal to your stone exterior, then that is how it has to be, because otherwise they're just gonna spend the 2 rockets and blow the walls out, like, or spend the 2 rockets and blow your freaking airlock out. Because any airlock that I've ever seen, like, I don't know why everybody's go-to is just 2 sheet metal doors. But practically every base that you see, like, you know, every, like, starter base just has 2 sheet metal doors on it, and it's like, I mean, why? I mean, a stone wall is 3 rockets and then some bullets, but, like, just so it would be equal, I mean, like, you would probably at least want to have the 3rd door or the interior be a garage door and the exterior to be a, I mean, that'd probably be the closest to equal, would be an interior being the garage door and the exterior being a sheet metal door. And I mean, any base can be rated, but I mean, after a certain point, it's like you're spending way more effort on materials and building it and upgrading it and the upkeep. Then and you're losing viability because you're making it look into like a much better target. So like, see, the thing I'm not sure of is it worth making the door frames out of metal? I mean, you could probably get away with just making them out of stone, but yeah, why not? Why not make it out of metal? So, do the walls. So now what I'm gonna do is, I think the other thing I wanted to test was I don't know why I have sheet metal door, 100 sheet metal doors. The other thing that I wanted to test was if you're forced to build like your base before you have a workbench level 3, and this part is kind of important to me, is like if you're gonna do that, is that equal to the amount of space that it would take you to place a shelf down? Like if you put the box down first and you put a shelf down and you try to get it as close to the box as you can. You see, that's not right. I'm trying to do this in a hurry, it's not helping me at all. Could you get out of the way, please? Okay. I mean, that's not perfect. I mean, is this not perfect either? Is that what the problem is? I mean, it looks slightly off, but... Because, I mean, this little bit added up to all this other crap in here could equal the distance. But let's just try this. So, if I take out the box... Can I put a workbench level 3 in there? Is that enough space using the box as a... It looks like it's just enough. So if I use the box as a placeholder until I get a workbench level 3, like if I wanted to throw a workbench level 1 or 2 back there, that'll work. So that's pretty good. Happy about that. That's your tool cabinet up here. I mean, that's, and it's not even absolutely perfect. I mean, but so that close enough is close enough. So I try and mash as much crap in this 2x1 as I can. See, the other trick is like, see how this one corner is coming out? If you want to turn until the whole piece comes out evenly, and then it's about as close as you can get to it being perfectly lined up against the wall as you can get. Like, that should be real close to square. So since it's roughly about the same size as a big box, I don't know if I want to go that way or if I want to go this way. So this is what is in my 2x1 most of the time, and these big boxes up against the wall like that, you wouldn't think that you can fit 6 big boxes in a 2x1, but you can. So that should be pretty close to even. Yeah. So this is what's in my normal 2x1. And the thing that I want to see is, what can I fit in a 2x2 that's the same thing? And I meant to do these all out of metal. I'm an idiot. Not paying attention. I'm still gonna put the cap on the top too. So trying to honeycomb this part is not really worth it, and it's a waste of space. So I mean, that's 6 big boxes. I know that I can fit a bunch of crap down the airlock because I'm going to use garage doors. And just for reference, like, this seems excessive, but it's not. I mean, because that would be what? 2, or that'd be 1, that would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 18. I mean, okay, so yeah, I screwed up. So, I need 11. So 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12. So this one could be... I added too many. So 3... Oh no, see that's the other thing, is they're not 3. They're 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then this can be the... I did go by 1 too many though. And a door frame. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, I was right before. And it's because I was counting with 3, and garage doors are not 3 rockets. They're 2 rockets. They're 2 rockets and freaking 40 explosive bullets. If you're using 3 rockets on garage doors, what a total waste. And I know that there's people that have been doing that for like years. There's garage doors with 3 rockets. I mean, the longer time that they've been doing that is just the more rockets that they've wasted the entire time. So, got one here, got one here, need one here, I need one here, and in the door. So how should I handle this? I mean, the most amount of boxes that I'm going to get out of it is if I put a shelf there, and then a shelf over there, and I mean that's 8 big boxes there, and if I put 2 mixing tables in the middle. Let's try that. So I need another shelf. Because if I try to do it this way, I mean, you don't have the space, but if I do it this way, How close to perfect is that? I guess it's gonna be good enough. I mean, just so long as it's real close to perfect, I'm happy about it. Put the bottom one in. Now you're probably saying, who would ever need this amount of stuff? Me. I would. I mean, on the wipe that I'm currently doing. Because I haven't given up on that wipe yet. Freaking, I ran out of space, so I think I just want to put the 2 mixing tables in here and then put, I mean, I guess I could put a computer station, but I mean, I could always just tack that onto the end of the airlock like I did last time. Now, why 2 mixing tables? Because if you're making a crap load of explosives, 1 mixing table is good, but 2 is faster. I think I'm happy with that. I mean, because that's what, 6 big boxes, and then 8 and 8. What, 8? 4. Yeah, 8 and 6. That's 10 big boxes of crap in here. The only other way that I could fit more of them, I guess, would be to put shelves here. And granted, you don't really need the 2 mixing tables, but in the playthrough that I'm doing, where I'm at with the mountain lab, I do need 2 mixing tables because I just want to be able to crank out as much gunpowder and explosives as I can. Got a workbench, yeah. And put some walls in. And then I guess if you wanted to, I guess you could put a square over here, because it does line up with that. And this could be your computer station room. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that, because if they raid into the computer station room, then who cares? Like, congratulations, you got a computer station. Don't know if I want to make this metal though. I think I'm gonna make this stone. I mean, how much is it really hurting the what part do I have that's wood? Oh, this part. This is all gonna be metal though. Problem with any metal on the outside is that, I mean, metal isn't that hard to get through, and it just draws so much attention, which is why I honeycombed it before, because anybody that sees it is gonna be freaking anybody that sees that crap is gonna be like, wait, that guy's got some stuff. So, computer station. Another mixing table. mean, this part is optional because thinking about it, I'm not going to put cameras on my other base. I just wanted to see what this would look like. Because I could probably fit even another mixing table in there. I don't know if you can fit 3 of them in there. Which, I mean, that's the whole point of testing is, let's see if I can fit 3 sideways in there. No, it looks like just 2. I mean, they are kind of crooked. So what if I did it this way? Am I in the way now? Yeah, I can't fit a 3rd one in there. Yeah, no, there's just not enough space for 3 of them. And I know I can't fit a big box over here. But what I could probably do is put a bunch of small boxes. I don't think I can fit a shelf in there, can I? Let's try that. That's gonna be a no. Nope. Oh, you can put one underneath that thing? Oh, but not on that side where that cauldron looking thing is. I guess that's good enough, I guess. No, that does look to be about it. I can't think of another way to fit more crap in there. You got 4 freaking mixing tables. 10 big boxes. Workbench level 3. The only other crap that I would do is as many furnaces that go out the airlock as I could do. I mean, it's hard to say that, like, if you're in an area that has a crap load of nodes, that it's not worth having the 4 mixing tables, because having 4 of them going at the same time, I mean, because what I've been running into is I've had so much crap ready to go that, like, you know, stuff that was smelted and ready to be cooked in the mixing table, that the mixing table was, you know, occupied. And if I really had to do another storage thing, I could do like 4 big boxes where the mixing table thing is, but as far as space and raid durability and balance versus the airlock versus the walls, no, this is pretty good. It's not really that hard to build. It's not really that much materials. Materials for activities. Furnaces. What's the other thing? Oh, sleeping bag. Don't think I can fit a furnace over here. Get in and out of here easy. Yeah. Can I get out the door? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, so that's... Yeah. Hell yeah. So if they tried to blow through anywhere on the airlock, I mean, that's going to be the 7 rockets just to get into the airlock. And then since it's going to have like your standard honeycomb, I mean, does it look like it's a valuable target? Kinda. Kinda, yeah, a lot. But I mean, even just this would be 7 rockets and some explosive bullets, and then they get inside, and then there's an airlock, or oh, that's the thing that I forgot. It might not let me do it because I don't think it's gonna let me put door frames in here. Yeah. I don't think I can put the door frame where the shelf or the boxes are. And I don't know if I would be able to do that beforehand. I mean, because I should have done that beforehand, is what I should have done. But I'm not going to try to do it here. I'm just going to go rebuild this over somewhere else. But a honeycombed with garage door 2x1 with all this crap in it, like, this kind of looks like something out of the Matrix. But you got a clear path to do all the, like, load up the furnaces, you got tons of storage, you got 4 mixing tables. And it's at least 10 rockets to get in. 10 or 11 rockets to get in. From either the airlock or from anywhere else. Because I'm going to do the honeycomb up here. This would only be essential, which I'm going to do it anyway, starting from the front. Is this would only be important. I mean, it's 4 extra pieces. But it's especially useful if you put this intersection in, if you have the inside honeycomb too. Because then, if they drill down from the top from the wrong section, not only do they have to deal with the garage doors on the interior, but you know, they have to deal with, like, they may have not have picked the one with the tool cabinet. I mean, so let's go take a look at this here. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. The metal airlock on it, though, is kind of a dead giveaway that it's not your standard base. But for an explosives lab that's got, like, high output, yeah. I mean, just look at the furnaces, it looks cool. Like, I mean, you're gonna be cranking out some explosives from this thing. A very satisfying loot pinata. And this is what the huge advantage to using garage doors in your airlock is you get all this extra space for activities. Like, I could even put more big boxes here. Looking at it, like, I don't want it to be too close and clip on the freaking thing. And this doesn't have to be perfect either, but like, what is that? 13 big boxes worth of storage, and you can easily get in and out. And then I'm thinking about it, like, why don't people do this? Like, I mean, plus you could put shotgun traps behind every one of these above the furnaces. So as they blow out every freaking garage door, if they decide to go through there, they then have to deal with every one of the, can easily get to every one of the boxes. Then they have to deal with every one of the shotgun traps. Which, even if it doesn't kill them, and they are forced to get in a position where they're not killed, I mean, their choice is to try to shoot it out and waste bullets, or to try to blow it out using explosives, which that's a good possibility. Or at the very least, it slows them down. And it's loud. I mean, it's pretty much like a car alarm. Even if it's not killing them, I mean, it's still slowing them down. Plus, anybody hearing like a shotgun trap go off repeatedly, like, sounds like somebody's getting raided. Better go shoot that guy in the back and then take all of his stuff. No, but for a 2x1 or a 2x2, and half of the stuff that I've seen people build, nah, this probably takes the cake. And the amount of freaking explosive you can make in this thing, like. I mean, will it get raided? Almost certainly. But I mean, in the time that you got to use it, not only are you cooking up stuff as fast as you can cook up stuff in both the furnaces and the mixing table, but yeah. So the thing that I gotta test though is I'm not gonna do the honeycomb on the outside. I'm just gonna throw up a 2x1 over here, or a freaking 2x2. just something with put a door here or something. Just to replicate that. Oops. I need a tool cabinet. Just something to replicate the interior, like. Alright, before I do that, I do need to do the... And I mean, I may as well make them out of metal too, like... Just to see if the metal affects anything. So if I put down this first... Is that gonna mess stuff up doing that with, like... That's probably gonna screw everything up, but thinking about it, this side should be fine. I should be able to fit shelves in there. Maybe not. It's looking like it's not gonna let me put shelves practically. Oh, is it because of that? I don't think I can put the garage door in afterward. Oops, I just destroyed that wall. So, do I not want to put the garage doors in until after? Can you put them in after? Is that gonna be the thing that, oops, that allows me to do that? Like, so I can put in the shelves so long as the garage door isn't there. I'm hoping that the garage door will just allow me to snap that in there, so. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can't. So I'd have to take the garage door out before I did that, but it won't let you put the thing in there. So that means that I can have the garage doors in here. The workbench. Maybe. That might cause an issue. It's kind of irritating that it collides with your body like that, like it won't let you do it like that. Well, I might not be able to fit everything in here with the honeycomb on the inside, which is kind of disappointing. Of course it makes it so I can't go past there. It's not like it's misaligned. But again, that is the whole point of build testing, because I don't want to be in there and then have put the door frames in. And I mean, once they get in, they're in. You know, once the person that's raiding your base has gotten into your base, they're in your base. So it's like pretty much over at that point. But there's no reason to not make it as irritating as possible, because all those garage doors to get to the other stuff means that they're going to have to spend sulfur to do that. No, it does look like I can do that, but I mean, that means that I have to go around this center piece every time. But that's alright. I mean, it's a little frustrating, but because all of the rest of everything that I built, the honeycomb, the airlock, the furnaces, everything else. So no, it is possible. I'm just so used to running past that. I'm gonna keep running into it, but and this doesn't have to be perfect, just so long as they're up there. And it would be the tool cabinet, the bag, the airlock, yeah. No, but that is possible. Now the thing is, can I put the garage doors in? And it does look like I can. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that. That is a crap load of stuff. I mean, if they go through the airlock or they happen to pick this one, but the advantage of doing it that way is not only can you put all that crap in there, but most of the time on a 2x1, if this is their airlock, they almost always put the tool cabinet as far away as they can, even if there's no honeycomb inside. So like if that corner over there is their airlock, this is usually where their tool cabinet is. Like, I'm pretty sure that they're like trying to subconsciously put the stuff as far away as they can, even though putting it farther away doesn't change anything. Like, it doesn't change the amount of rockets to get through the stone. But yeah, explosives lab upgrade. I mean, I do really like it being open like this. Like, so how many tiles did I have here? 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just 5 triangles coming off. Just with the ease of movement though. Kind of debating not even bothering putting the garage doors in. Because again, once they're inside and they're raiding your base, it's pretty much over. And like, for as much as a pain in the head as running into that central post is gonna be, like, it's not gonna save your base. And I'm just gonna keep running into it every time. Like, it's not gonna save me from getting raided. No, I think I like it without the, just, you know, just freedom of movement. But this is what I did set out to do before I did that, like, 5-hour stream of me ranting and then upgrading all these buildings. To then only afterward write the spreadsheet. To then realize that, yeah, it's probably just easier to use a builder mod on the server. And then there's that, is to realize that honeycombing the airlock is a total waste of time if you just make it out of metal. The downside of it being metal, though, is that people are going to look at it, it's going to draw attention. The downside of it being metal is that people are going to look at it and be like, there's probably stuff in there. And I mean, just based on the way that I went about raiding that dude that got me raided, was I kind of don't care what it's made out of. I'm getting in that base. I'm going to farm the sulfur and make the explosives until I can take down that high quality wall. And like, that's just from the perspective of a solo person. And you got a group of people that probably have a big giant raid base that has like electricity and freaking manufacturers and stuff, and like, you know, 4 of them will take 2 minicopters out, and freaking 2 of them have jackhammers and advanced orties, and they go out to the snow and freaking just get ungodly amounts of crap, and then they bring it back to their, you know, cluster of big furnaces and cook it up in like a fraction of the time. And then they don't even have to worry about building anything because of the manufacturing thing. And they just throw it in the different manufacturers, and like, because they probably got workbench level 3s hooked up to every section of the manufacturing process. And then they come back with like 40 rockets and look at your base, and it's like, yeah, nah, we're getting in there. Like, but that's why perspective is important. And that's why trying to conceal that this is the way that it is. I mean, I'm not even sure how much it would be worth to do that. Like, trying to honeycomb that airlock, and I mean, trying to make it out of stone. I mean, if I made it out of stone, and stone walls are what? Wood wall, metal wall, stone wall. Stone wall is 3 rockets, so I mean, that would be like, they blow out that wall and then blow out the thing, so that's only 5 rockets to get in if you blew out this one. But yeah, I'm trying not to make this like a 6-hour stream here. And I can't think of anything else that I wanted to test. The big thing that I wanted to test was this. And to see if I could use a big box as a placeholder until I get a workbench level 1, and then I pick up the big box. So yeah, I do want to go back to playing the other game, or actually playing the actual game. But I think I'm going to throw this up by the the mountain explosives lab as a backup. Because I kind of already ran out of storage in the 2x1. Between the mixing table, the 4 furnaces, the 2 big boxes, and the 4 small boxes in a 2x1. With a workbench level 2. The big problem with that version of the 2x1 explosives lab is there's absolutely no space to put a workbench level 3. And like, I could get away with not adding this, but at the same time it does give me access to 4 mixing tables, so I think I am going to add that. I originally added it to have a room just for the computer station and a mixing table. But to not have the room at all, like... and it doesn't really reduce the raid cost. Because that would be 3 rockets. That would be 3 rockets. That would be 2 rockets and then 2 rockets. I mean, but as far as keeping somebody with satchels out goes, at least you don't have to worry about that. Now the question is it really a high-profile target? No, not really. I mean, does it look like it's probably got some stuff in there? Yeah, probably. But delete you, air balloon. Can I delete the air balloon? That's weird. It won't let me. Oh! I guess you have to look at a particular spot. The only way I could think to make this any more funny is to do this. The funniest, like, I've seen this in a live server before. Somebody did that. Like, I'm not sure if it was to punish whoever put sheet metal doors on a freaking, to freaking punish whoever did the sheet metal door with the, or if somebody just did it to be funny at the end of the wipe, but no, a full high quality metal 1x1 with a freaking wooden door on it. Spoiled wolf meat? Does meat go bad anymore? I mean, or did they just not remove it from the game? Well, I think I'm going to end the stream after simulating everybody's first encounter with a minicopter. You know, like they have just enough fuel that they scrounged up from breaking barrels or whatever, and it's like, oh my god, that's a minicopter. And this is the exact same thing that I did. As I went over, I put the fuel in it, I got in, I had no idea what the controls were, I couldn't even figure out how to turn it on. I finally figured, okay, so this makes it go. And I didn't realize that the controls were different, so like I panicked and and then everybody's first minicopter ride. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.